Welcome to God Crimes.
A pod where we talk about money.
Money, money, money.
In cults.
Money.
Oh, yeah.
Cults and money. Money.
Cults and money. We're talking about money as it relates to cults in the form of multi-level marketing schemes.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
Cults in and of themselves, quite frankly.
Yeah, pretty stinking much. So there's this really great podcast. I cannot recommend it enough. It's called The Dream, and it's basically about how multi-level marketing schemes infiltrate faith communities, and they're very, very successful in them.
Yes. Well, they use similar tactics. It's like similar selling techniques. Stick with us for long enough and you'll get the goods.
Yeah, so when I was on my way out of the cult, my ex got caught up in a particular multi-level marketing scheme called Norwex. Have you ever heard of that at all?
No, it just sounds like a classic evil corporation.
Norwex.
Norwex.
Yeah. All right, so I don't want to fully litigate Norwex, whether or not they're
allegedly
cult, MLM, pyramid scheme, etc. I'm just going to talk about my experience with it and like why I was a bit dubious. So my ex had this friend that was like, hey, I want to have a party. Like, will you come and help me with my party?
Sounds fun.
Okay. So turns out
we have a guest in the studio squeaking a dog toy.
Yes.
This is, let's introduce our dog, Luna. She's
Luna, I'm going to hold the mic over to you. Here we go. Luna
okay,
Bean.
say something.
Say something. Use your human words.
All right, perfect.
Okay,
That's
perfect.
Excellent
I think we got
audio. We're keeping it in. Continue your story.
There we go. So my ex got contacted by one of her friends to host a party. Fine, sounds good.
Wait, is your ex hosting or the friend?
Her friend is.
Okay, so she's just invited to a party.
Yeah.
Sounds fun, sounds normal.
Yeah,
yes.
And I'm like, okay, what is this about? Like, what do they sell? It's like, okay, they sell these microfiber towels. Great. What do they do? Oh, they can disinfect bacteria by about 99% of everything with just water on the towel. So no cleaning products, no bleach.
Okay.
If you have a big old mess on the counter, wipe it with this wet towel and boom, it is 99% disinfected.
Wow.
So, and the claim that stuck out to me was you can do this with raw chicken.
Ew.
So just take your towel, regular microfiber towel. They have like colloidal silver like woven into the fabric, and they claim that eradicates like 99% of all bacteria.
Did they actually scientifically prove that?
They have their like little tests that they do to like wow all of the people that
Still sounds
attend their
gross
parties.
to me because I'm like, aren't you supposed to then wash that and reuse it? And doesn't it get less strong? I'm dubious.
Yeah, dubious. Right out the gate. Okay, how much does it cost? It was like $42 a towel.
That is ridiculous. Just buy paper towels
for a 12-inch by 12-inch microfiber towel. Yeah,
and some soap.
Yeah. And so,
That's so dumb. I hate shit like that. I really do.
Yeah. So they make these gigantic claims like, guess what? You can take this towel and water, wipe your chicken cutting board, go wipe your toilet seat.
Ew.
And then go wipe, I'm going to say...
your baby's face.
Have your doctor use that towel to disinfect his surgical tools for this appendectomy he's going to go do. It's just fine.
Just no. Why? Unnecessary. I hate unnecessary tech that's really expensive.
Yeah.
Like, here, spend all this money for something that we don't need. Completely.
Exactly. So, like, it's an extraordinary claim. For me, I don't want to deal with that shit. I'm thinking like, okay, Norwex, go open up a hospital and like just back up your shit. Like have surgeons disinfect their surgical tools. Post rates of how like you're saving the hospital so much money on like cleaning supplies and stuff like that. Do that, and then I might be interested.
Otherwise, it's so scammy.
Yeah, it's so stinking scammy. So, like, that's one example. My boss's wife got involved with, like, crystals, selling expensive crystals that had extraordinary claims. Of course, we talked about the time travel water guy. Yes. There was a company called Mona V that sold acai berry juice. It was like $40 a bottle.
That's the problem. It's the pricing. That's what makes it so obviously sketchy. Like, if you enjoy crystals and they make you happy, you can buy them from places where they're not insanely expensive. Same thing with like an acai berry juice tincture shouldn't be insanely expensive.
Right, exactly.
That's what always sketches me out about these companies.
Yeah, and so like the question is, okay, why do these groups kind of take root in faith communities, right? So
yeah, 'cause it sounds like you had heard about a lot of them. I haven't heard about all of those. I don't know any of those.
Yeah, and like I've known a lot of people involved in these things, right? But
gotcha.
It's for a couple of reasons. So if I were to just go stand on a street corner and say, hey, here's this towel, nothing but water, I can clean up, this chicken or whatever,
anything,
right?
Yeah.
That person's going to be a bit dubious. They don't know me, and they're like, well, why would I spend $40 if I could just, do a little bit of bleach and like paper towel, whatever, right?
Yeah.
But the way it works is it's really all about the social networks that are already in place. So they kind of get you to exploit your friend groups and stuff by like hosting this party, putting your personal credibility, on the line, and then kind of selling to your friends and families.
100%.
And then you tell them, okay, and the way that you make money is not so much with the products, but actually like establishing a downline, So you recruit another 20 people and then have them recruit each of them another 20 people, and forever and ever and ever. And then eventually, if you have like 4 or 5 downlines or whatever, you get all this money because like X amount percentage of each towel that your, third or fourth layer abstracted person sells goes to you. And so that's like how it works, right? So interestingly enough, MLMs, people who are selling MLM stuff, 99% of them do not make any money. It's a really interesting stat that like Consumer Reports has done, like the government has like studied this, how 99% of people that get involved with MLMs like lose money on it. It's only the 1%, the people at the top of the pyramid shaped business structure that actually make any money. So
it's very gambling-esque, isn't it? It uses a lot of the same techniques.
Yeah, it's really interesting. So like there's a lot of like girl boss energy, like this is really appealing to women who stay home. So like a lot of conservative
that makes sense.
Religious women work at home. They're the primary caregivers, and these MLMs market to them like hey, you're at home, like work part-time, super flexible hours, and like have your own business, like be financially super stable.
And they're more vulnerable. They're a vulnerable population because they're not encouraged to get education, and yet they still have a natural desire to have a business and make their own income, and they kind of have to like find a way to do that, outside of a normal way. So it makes sense that people, and also like you've said before, like people that believe ridiculous claims are more likely to believe other ridiculous claims.
Exactly. Yeah. And so people come in with these extraordinary promises of these extraordinary products, and they're like, oh, well, I believe in other magical type things. This is not that far-fetched, and like there might be just a tinge of realness behind the claim. Like silver does actually have some disinfectant properties. Like that's true.
Yeah.
But this is just taking it way too far, right?
Way too far.
Yeah. And so the really nefarious thing about it, though, is when a person inevitably fails to make money, like these MLMs just kind of blame the person, and they say, oh, well, you're not hustling hard enough. You're not whatever. So like there's this really like nasty built-in explanation for why people fail. And like, they go hard on it. It's super neat.
Wow. Yeah. And like, what does that remind us of? That reminds us of like basically gaslighting, narcissistic-esque shaming of people. Oh, like you are being abused and it's your fault. You are falling victim to something and it's your fault. You weren't good enough. You didn't work hard enough. And that's exactly what the church does too. If something bad happens to you, they say, you just need to pray more. You just need to work harder and all your problems will go away. You're only not in the 1% of people making money doing this because you just didn't work hard enough, even though it's statistically almost impossible to succeed. It would be like going to a casino and having them say, you're not winning, not because this is rigged against you, but because you brought in some bad mojo. Your luck is not good today, and it's all your fault. If you'd rubbed your lucky rabbit's paw, you would have won the jackpot.
Yeah, dude. Super interesting stuff. And I'm just going to say, hey, like if an MLM comes knocking at your door or like people try to pull you into it, just say no. Just say no, gang, to MLMs. Yeah.
Absolutely.
99% of people just lose money on it. So don't even worry about it.
Yeah.
You know?
For sure.
It's a little rule of thumb I now have. I'm just like, no, not interested.
Yeah. And also a lot of times, just like high control groups don't come out and say that they're high control groups. I feel like it reminds me of like these MLMs don't come out and say, oh, we're a multi-level marketing scheme and you're going to get trapped in us. They're always a new product, right? Something new, something interesting, something exciting. And they do a really good job of convincing you of what they're trying to sell you. And so, again, just like where you have to be aware when you're being targeted for like a high control group, it's the same kind of thing. They are like a version of a high control group. So you have to be aware. You have to go, wait a second, does this, even if this seems like a really cool product, what's the structure of the business? And what's the wording that they're using? And what's the expectation for people that are in this business model before you get involved with it? It's just like using critical thinking, right? When we go through the world, it is important because there's a lot of people trying to take advantage of all of us. We do live in this capitalist society.
Yeah, I think about how Mormons especially are pressured to make money and tithe, and it's a real big deal. So I think that they're like especially prone to falling for MLM schemes.
Oh, interesting.
I think that's a big thing. Like
that makes sense.
Yeah. The J-dubs, they are much less focused on like making a lot of money. They're more about like, you know what, just live, super poor and just spend your time in the recruitment work, the preaching work. But Mormons in particular, that's my understanding.
For sure.
They're like especially vulnerable.
Well, and there's still a desire to, make money. We do live in a world where you kind of need money. So I can see if something kind of weird and easy and outside of the normal scheme of things comes along, if you're already used to using magical thinking every day in your day-to-day life, and you're already used to giving your time and energy to something that has no guarantee of actual fulfillment, aka like being a J-dub, waiting for the end of the world, is it really that different to wait for when you're going to be a millionaire because you're going to sell these special towels for a really long time? I think it uses really similar coercion and manipulation techniques on people.
Yeah, it's neat. And like, you'll ask yourself, like, God, if this is basically a pyramid scheme, like, why doesn't the government shut this down, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so, like, a traditional, like, straight up pyramid scheme is just like recruitment and just like money and fees for recruiting other people. But the way that these MLM companies get around that is by like having a physical product that they sell. Even though like it functionally is just like a pyramid scheme. It's the same setup, but they just have this product as well that they get to just, charge like way too much money for. So that's kind of like one way they get around it. And then the second is a lot of these MLM companies have like donated to a lot of money to politicians, and they are able to like put politicians in their pockets and use semantic loopholes to like avoid being classified as pyramid schemes.
Surprise, surprise.
Yeah. Oh, it's a risky biz out there, folks. It's a risky biz.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Just run. Just run away.
Yeah, definitely.
So there's one other money topic with the J-dubs that has been on my mind just a little bit recently, and it has been money and donations.
Donations. Aha, yes.
Yes. So in their videos, they have little animated Caleb and Sophia. They're like kids, like putting their little allowance in the donation box at the Kingdom Hall.
Whoa.
Yeah, they have
So
one
gross.
where the little girl like wants an ice cream, and the mom is like, you could get an ice cream, or you could give money to the Lord, the Kingdom Hall.
That
and so
is
she foregoes the ice cream and puts money.
so messed up, dude.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting, right? Yeah.
I'm sorry. Who's actually getting that money? Is God coming down and scooping up the cash to
Yep.
do what?
Yep. A lot of lawsuits where they have to settle for their sex abuse issues. So that's where little Sophia's money's going.
Oh my
interestingly
God.
enough.
Yeah, I'm just seeing it funneling right up to all the creepy old white men at the top
Running the show.
show.
Big time. Oh my God.
Oh
Just
my God.
quick aside for any XJ dub or just person that's interested in cults, one of the best things that has ever happened was one of the members of the governing body, or formerly so, was caught on video buying about like $5,000 of Macallan whiskey
Oh my God.
at a liquor store like way outside of where this guy lives. He like drove out of state on a Sunday morning at 11 a.m. when he knew that like witnesses would be sitting in church, seemingly.
Wow.
Totally great. Awesome. Anyway, that's where that money's going.
Yeah, to his liquor fund, exactly.
Yeah.
Thanks, little Sally, for your ice cream money.
Thank you.
They're like middle school bullies
Yeah.
with that crap.
Yeah. He
my
should be
God.
upset because like that ice cream cone is like half a drop of Macallan whiskey or something, right?
Yeah.
Just go without ever, eating. Yeah.
Just go without ever eating.
Easy.
Give us all your
Just
money.
easy. Just do that instead. It's fine. It's fine.
Anyway.
But more interestingly than that, I was thinking about like big donations that I've heard of, right?
Uh-huh.
So, of course, as a former cult kid, I would donate money periodically. There are people, myself included at the time, we didn't make a lot of money, right?
Yeah.
So I would just donate like $5, $10 here, on occasion $20. I would try to like donate every time or at least once a week that I would go to the Kingdom Hall. It was
okay.
like 2-3 times a week,
Yeah.
depending. But anyway, aside from that, the biggest donation that I've ever heard of was when my family went to Brooklyn Bethel in 2007, and this little Bethelite boy, I don't know, he mustn't have been more than like 19, 20 years old at the time, but he's giving a tour talking about donations, and then he leans in and he's like, actually, you know what? Last week we just got a donation of a shoebox. It was just left on the stairs at headquarters that had $65,000 cash in it.
Disgusting.
Oh, God.
I really wish that like a super cool artist had stumbled upon that or something, or someone running a charity.
Yeah. But yeah, I verified my claim. My brother, of course, was like up on this family Bethelite tour that we were on. So I double checked with him. He came up with that number as well. So yeah.
Remembered the $65,000.
$65,000
Oh my!
cash.
In cash in a shoebox.
In a shoebox, yeah.
That definitely sounds like some like weird old guy thing to do.
Yeah.
Like, especially like with cash, like, and like, well, the end hasn't come yet. Like, well, I don't know. Why would he even be saving that up?
I know, right?
That's
it's kind of weird. But the second biggest donation that we had heard of, my older brother and I, we were talking about it, and we're like, you know what? There was this guy in the Butte, Montana congregation. His name was Art. I can't remember his last name, but anyway, he was this older dude. He was kind of a creep. He drove a green Corvette, and he like was just like one of those old guys that would just like kind of lightly sexually harass everyone.
Oh, lovely.
Poor women, of course.
Yeah, the guys. It's like, hey, sweetie.
Yeah.
Like I'm
just a creep, right?
I'm so happy that I can't remember other creepy things that old guys sometimes say to ladies. I feel like it's improving. I feel like, I don't know. I'm also getting older, so it's usually better.
Seems like it's getting better. I don't know if we're just hanging out with more cool people these days. It's hard to say.
Yeah,
They're probably still out there. But anyway, this guy, he left his entire estate to the Jehovah's Witnesses. So
wow.
He passed away unexpectedly. He died, and the coordinator of the body of elders was responsible for like liquidating all of his stuff. He had to like sell all of his shit in his house, and then ultimately ended up selling his house, and that went straight to the organization. Yeah, but
wow.
like they do that. Like I want to say like once a year they will announce like at a convention where they have like their biggest numbers of people turn out. They'll be like, okay, you guys, if you want to like donate, please donate so we can keep on, spending money on like these facilities that they rent. But if you want to like make a substantial, donation where like you need a receipt to report to the IRS, or if you want to set up the organization to be a beneficiary of your estate, or like to give your house to the org once they pass away, we're all too happy to do that.
We're ready to go.
We're ready to go. Yeah.
You don't need to give it to your kids or your grandkids.
No.
They don't need it.
They don't need it.
We're much more worthy.
Yeah.
But
yeah, so pretty interesting. I feel much better. Sometimes I think about like, God, how much money have I given to this org like over my lifetime? And it is nothing like at all like that, like a life-changing amount of money.
Good choice.
Yeah, so that's good. Thank God I was poor. Hell yeah.
I have a question. How do they collect donations like in the Kingdom Hall? Is it the classic pass the hat around? Well, it's probably not a hat. That's me being a like musician and an artist.
You know what? Basically, although it's just like nailed to the wall. So they have these actual donation boxes that are like permanent fixtures that like you have to walk by when you enter the Kingdom Hall, or like before you get to the main auditorium.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So yeah, it's a lot of like cash donations. You can donate online.
Okay.
So of course,
they don't
stuff.
like pass the basket around.
They don't. No.
I know that in all the churches I've been in, there's usually a pass the basket around thing while they play music or whatever, and kind of there's like a peer pressure situation happening.
Right.
And you kind of have a moment where you get to like pray over your money and then put it in the basket. Seems pretty effective because there's definitely a lot of peer pressure going on with the basket.
Yeah. Yes.
But there isn't. It sounds like there isn't really that nearly as much. It's kind of like, yeah, just do it when you want.
Yeah, it's kind of light. Like ordinarily, they'll mention it. I feel like they would say it once a month, but then on occasion,
once a month, that's not much.
No, yeah, it's pretty infrequent. But every once in a while, like the head honchos up at headquarters might do like a whole little beg fest, basically, one of their JW broadcastings, and be like, we need money. We want to like, we have a lot of expenses, but of course they don't say, well, we're paying out multi-million-dollar lawsuits for child sex abuse allegations, left and right like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. A lot of that goes to that. Oh God. But yeah, pretty interesting stuff. So, and all that is to say, people leaving their houses, their estates, like insane cash donations and stuff. And like the Bethel, like my brother reminded me that the Bethelite told us that they got like a surprising amount of large mailed-in donations, like oftentimes anonymous, like cash.
Wow.
Pretty cray-cray. So, all of that is to say, you know what? We like the idea of starting our own cult.
Oh.
Yes, but here's my promise to anyone out there. Our cult is going to be responsible.
Yes.
So I'm just going to go on the record right now. If you wanted to leave your house to our podcast cult, I'm going to say that's a hard pass, brah. No, it's too weird. I'm going to say no.
Yeah.
I think we'll just have a modest little Patreon.
Yeah.
I think we'll just have like a little bit of merch here and there.
Yeah.
$5 for a subscription or like $20 for a t-shirt, whatever, I'm going on the record right here, right now. If you leave $65,000 cash on my doorstep,
it's weird, man.
I'm gonna say, hey, you are a weirdo, and we have to have a conversation before I take this. Yeah, like, am I being implicated in some kind of a drug deal scheme thing? Are these irradiated bills like Batman would have? Like, I would have some questions. I would not just accept that. No questions asked.
And if someone did donate that, I'd be like, all right, well, where are we giving this money? Because I want to, more scholarships. And
more fucking scholarships.
Health funds and, I don't know,
Yeah, GoFundMes for worthy people.
Yeah, exactly.
Worthy causes.
Get out of cult support networks. Yes.
Yeah. Pay off the last of our own student loan. Something like that.
Yeah, good shit.
Yeah.
Exactly.
All good shit. But yes, this is just a little mini dive into cults and money.
Well, it's a big moment here, announcing that yes, we have the intention of starting the world's first fully ethical cult.
That's right. the world's first ethical cult.
Yes.
The world's first self-aware cult.
Yep.
Yeah. Because only a real like self-aware cult can call themselves a cult.
That's right. Exactly.
Yeah, like the really seedy, shitty ones are not willing to call themselves a cult. So
that's right.
That's a red flag for you.
Yeah.
That I'm going to share.
We're also going to be a fully consensual cult.
Fully
You
consensual.
can choose to come. You can choose to go.
Bingo.
Bingo,
Yep.
bango, bongo.
Bingo, bango, bongo. It's easy.
So wait for the announcement.
So we're going to work on that.
Yeah, of our cult name, and everyone's welcome to join. So we are going to be opening the doors to our virtual cult meetings
Yay!
soon. Yay!
Excellent.
Heck yes. We wanted to give you a little update about where we are at right now. We are getting ready to go to Burning Man.
The man must burn.
Man must burn.
Yeah.
And man, it's a lot of work, it turns out.
Yep, big surprise. Going to a hostile desert environment where the temperatures sway from way too hot to way too cold for well over 7 days, and traveling hundreds and hundreds of miles is complicated.
Who would have thought that? I mean, I don't
Did
know.
not see that coming.
Yeah, but I'm really proud of our progress, and we're learning a lot and really proving to ourselves that we can do this. It's like one of those really hard things that we really think is going to pay off. And yeah, we're super excited. It's interesting. It's like an emotional roller coaster where you go, why the hell am I doing this? And then you hear some awesome EDM music and you're like, okay, it's going to be great. I'm so excited. And then why the hell am I doing this? And we just keep going back and forth. And I think that's a universal first Burning Man experience.
100%. We followed our instincts, of course. Some new friends of ours suggested that we should go with them in their camp, and we just said yes. You know, we followed our intuitions.
Yeah.
And for me, I knew that I would benefit by learning more about the event and whatnot. And so one of the things that we've done is we have finally started watching that really cool HBO documentary about Burning Man.
It's really good, you guys. You should totally check it out.
Yep. Super. 2 thumbs up. I recommend it.
What's the name of it?
I think it's called The Man Will Burn
The Man Will Burn?
on HBO. Yeah.
We're going to double check this live.
Yes, we're going to double check this live. And in the doc, they had a description of Burning Man from some stuffy news anchor. God, it made us laugh so much.
Yes.
But if you don't mind looking that up,
Absolutely. It is called The Man Will Burn, and it is on HBO, and it's really cool, you guys. Like, you get to learn the history of this event, and it really is a bigger deal than I thought. I didn't realize just how many lives have been impacted and how many people have had transformative experiences, and just how much of like a cultural moment it is every year.
Yeah. So it is kind of magical and fun for me, a little cult boy who was raised under a rock, to slowly have my eyes opened to wonderful things in the world. You know, I think like a lot of people get awareness of such things in much younger, ages, but I'm in my mid 30s and I'm just learning about new things like this. That's just blowing my mind. So this is a really, really fun thing for me. But in the doc, this news anchor describes this event. How exactly?
He says, what some people say is... Oh, wait.
Okay, yeah, perfect. Thank you for doing the voice. Yes, please. Yeah.
He's like, Burning Man, an event that some people say is a proto-apocalyptic hippie neo-pagan freak fest.
And then it cuts to some guy going, woo! Like he's reacting to that. But I'm like, oh, that's such a perfect edit. Yes.
Hearing a news anchor say freak fest as though it's like a real thing
Freak fest,
that you're
yeah.
allowed to call an event.
Yeah.
I'm like, sounds good to me. Yeah.
100%.
Hippie, proto-apocalyptic, hippie, neo-pagan freak fest. I'm all in.
I'm all in. It is all good. And little shout out to our new friend Wendy, who is a listener. I got to talk to her for a little while.
That was
and
incredible.
we're working on something for the future for that. But she asked me, like, hey, like Burning Man, that seems kind of weird. Is that like a weird, I forget what she said exactly. Anyway, she said like, oh, is that like a weird sex thing or or where you do a lot of drugs or whatever? And that's a valid question.
Sure.
I kind of thought maybe that's kind of the deal, from the outside looking in.
I originally thought that too, which is why I was like, I don't know, that seems crazy.
It seems kind of crazy. So for anyone that doesn't know, basically, since it is an actual city in Nevada for a week with about 70,000 people, like any city, there's all kinds of like events and activities and art installations and all kinds of things. So people can go like with their kids and do like fun kid stuff.
There's a whole section of the city that's designed to be family friendly, which was wild to learn about.
Yeah. And so,
they have different hours. They have like normal bedtime compared to like all the camps that stay up till the morning sunrise DJ sets. It's like just a different world because it's such a large, there's 80,000 people there. So you can have the family friendly section and then all the other, party camps.
Yeah. And it's a place where you can do anything that you want to do, right?
Yeah.
So for people that want to have like a family-friendly experience, you can do that. And for people that want to have other experiences, you can do that. So quick note, the land is rented by the BLM, right? So they have to obey all federal laws. And so even weed is technically disallowed because it is federally illegal.
Yeah.
Right. And so they're really big on that. They're like, if if a person does engage in substances, like that's not something that you're going to get down there or buy down there.
Correct.
You have to be very thoughtful, conscientious, careful. Everything is at your own risk.
Yes.
Like just because you're going to, it's not like a crazy free for all, right? And then like the same thing for like sex related stuff. Like if people want an experience like that, like there are specific camps.
There's
that have various
specific places that you can seek out if you desire to do that.
Yeah,
and it's not just happening everywhere.
Yeah, exactly. It's not like mandatory for all participants at all times, right? So
there is nudity. That's like very much a normal part of it. But yeah, nudity is not inherently sexual, and there's also areas where there is less of that happening, just simply because that's not the vibe. That's not what's happening in those areas, right?
Yeah.
So it really is. We've heard that it's like you can have any kind of burn that you want. That's part of the power of the experience and of it being this radical pop-up city full of art and people that are open-hearted and ready to share what they've brought with each other. It's a lot of sharing, and you can keep a normal sleep schedule if you want.
If you want to, yeah.
And walk around, and there's piano bars and cocktail lounges and spas, and like you could really just go and have a luxurious-ish experience if you really wanted to.
Yeah.
I don't think that's really the original intention. Is not to like it is to have kind of a hardcore be one with the land, go through a hard thing with other people. That is part of the original intention, which you will learn all about if you watch the documentary. It's super interesting. But it's just gotten so big that there's kind of an endless amount of ways to experience it. So that's really cool. You can bring yourself, bring your intention, and see what happens.
That's right. And for anyone that's curious, I'm trying to be a good little post-cult boy and be equal parts skeptical and dubious and thoughtful. But then also I really aspire to be deferential and serious about like the 10 principles that Burning Man has. Fun fact, I think that they originally had 9, and then one of the guys like, well, any self-respecting cult would have 10, so we need to have 10 principles. So that made me laugh. Love that. But yeah, like we are taking a lot of the things super seriously, such as leave no trace. So we have been working really hard with our prep stuff just to like, get rid of like small things like the plastic wrap on blue tape. Just throw that little wrap away before packing the tape. And lots of little things like that just to like minimize our garbage and just like make sure it's really easy for us to adhere to that, leave no trace, which is really cool. Yeah.
It's been really interesting how much I am paying attention to things that I wouldn't otherwise by doing even just this prep, because it is such a different way of life to try to be less commercial and to try to, just have less. And what does that feel like when you have less?
Yeah, and like to have a gifting mindset. Like we're bringing a number of gifts that we think people will like. And yeah, it's also just kind of like doing a mental shift to be receptive to other people's gifts and stuff. Because like, usually in the regular world, if someone gives you a gift, it's like, okay, well, what do you want from me, right?
Exactly. Yeah, what do you want? That's right.
But just like, again, seeing the documentary, seeing how people will make these tremendous gifts, such as like paying for and organizing like a gigantic light show by, hundreds, if not like thousands of drones. That was someone's gift like one year. And to just like to be able to witness it, appreciate it and all this stuff, and then participate in that seems really cool. So yeah, I'm out here trying to set a good example, being a little bit skeptical, but also kind of diving in with both feet and being a good participant. And I'm excited to just see what we experience, and then I'm super excited to like provide our folks the update.
I know. Yeah, we're going to do a big update episode when we get back. We will be leaving on August 28th, and we'll be back on September 9th. So it's a long trip. And yeah, thanks for being here with us and cheering us on and being part of our community that we're growing here at God Crimes.
Woo! Woo! Woo, 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 woo. Thanks for listening, crew.
We love you.
Love you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.